Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 23, episode 13? I think it's 13. It feels like a 13. In this episode, we will be planning and probably building some of this extra section on the left-hand side. I have already expanded the land because it's problematic when you're trying to record and expand it because of reasons. Just accept that it's a bit problematic. Is there a fight going on there? No, but there's a lot of sick getting thrown around. Yes, so we'll plan off the expansion of this area. We'll plan off the very large high-risk cell block, and then we will see what other things we need to put in. So, you know, maybe workshop or whatever. I think I'm going to not bother with a workshop on that side. Probably do it on that side, depending on how far we get. So, first things first, we're going to go to planning, and then to walls, and then we're going to put a wall all the way around. As always, we're going to plan this before we build it. So, around to there and around to the end there, so that's a fairly large wall. And then I want a whacking great cell block all the way around this place, like that. Like, there you go, big cell block. Don't know if that's the right size, but I'm going to try. So what's the size? How am I going to put these in? So maybe that, just do that, you know, the typical design. I think we could deal with that. I think we could get on with that, but we'll see how far we get with this one. Let me just try this out. Typical 3x2 cell block, nothing special at all when it comes to the cell design. We're just going to make it the standard size, so there we go. Well, the reason I'm not pausing it, by the way, is because I want to keep getting money. As you can see, I've only got 30,000 generic units of currency. That's because I've spent 40 grand on just getting this area unlocked, so you need to fill up the bank a little bit. Fill up the bank. I see that's a dodgy one. That's going to be too small, or it's a larger area. How am I going to do this? Maybe if I cancel that there. Where's the center of this thing? Let's find that out. What size is it? 70, 35. There isn't a center. Great. 35 there. And then that'll be 35. So technically, them two are the center. That's actually pretty good. That's where we'll have our entrance. That's our entrance like that. Okay. So we'll have a wall along. This is really problematic now, isn't it? Maybe if I put high risk and split them up. I think that might be a bit better, you know. No, I like the idea of one massive wing. But then it doesn't really work because we can't manage it properly. No, I'm not going to do the big one on the back wall. I don't think that's the way to go. I think the way to go will be to put it along like that. And then down from there. And then do it very similar to that. But we want it 1, 2, and then down from there. And then we'll have it like that. Right, let's try this. Let's try it like this. The reason I'm changing it, apart from the fact that it's not really going to fit in the other way, at least not in a really sort of coherent way, and I'll have blocks all over the place and just rooms all over, is that I want to have it so that they'll file out into the center to shower and things like that, because we're not going to have a shower inside the cell block. That's something that we're reserving for people who have not stabbed a dozen people in a supermarket. So we will not bother. Again, look at the same size. It's this weird, odd size cell. And we get that. It's annoying. So we could, if we want to, do that and make a bit bigger area around here. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have it go down and then along. And we're going to maybe have a like sort of security station in this. I don't know here. What I do want is a complete wall down the center, and I have to file out to one end. But what end do I want them to file out to? This end, I think. File out to that end. So let's put the cell block in this side. This is actually turning out a little bit different than I anticipated, and that is good. Different is generally more interesting. So we'll same ITI design, or the petite design, as people like to call it in the comments. Well, each one's own. And then we will just keep going here. Just quickly, I keep flicking my eyes up and looking at this bit here for the danger level. If that increases dramatically, I've got a problem. So anyway, let's just get to this end here, and obviously we can't have a cell block there. So it will pretty much go along, and then down, and then out there. That is interesting. That's not the most efficient, but it's interesting, and that's what we're going with. So, what is the size of it? It is however long by 15. Okay, so that's fine, so I can deal with that. So it starts here and goes along, and I believe it goes to about there. And then it's 15, so it's 15 there, so it's that. That should be the correct size. So I am going to design cells on this side as well, because otherwise I'll have to do it eventually, so I might as well plan it off now. So just get this done. There we go. Eventually there'll be some sort of nice mirroring tool for the planning, but at the moment there ain't. Now, I don't think there'll be a mirror tool for planning. That's a bit that's a bit excessive, isn't it? You know, well, let's just automate our game completely and it plays itself. Yes, let's not bother with that. Right, so there's the cell there, and it can then it goes along and then up, doesn't it? Like that. There we go. Then we have that going right along to there, and we have the same design. Yeah, that looks about right to me. Although if I've got it wrong, I'm sure I'll be crucified in the comments. Many will share in our success. I bear solely and very heavily the blame of failure for these things. So let's get that put in, and I'm really, really dodgy with the mouse today. It's all over the place. Up to there, yes, get that done. And, oh, good grief. Is it lagging? No, it's not lagging, it's just me being a bit stupid. Right, along, and then out, cancel that bit there, and there we go. So, that is our cell blocks, actually, on both sides there. Okay, obviously this thing is a wall all the way around. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't do a search just yet. Fine, right. I know someone suggested putting a dog walk all the way around the outside there. Good idea, actually, but sadly, it's sort of a bit too late, because if they already detect something there, then it's gone. So hopefully the ones that are going around here will detect it, because we should have dog patrols. Although they're actually 2 normal patrols, which is a bit worrying. Let me have a quick look at my dog patrols. Yeah, there's no dog patrols at the back there. Let me set a dog patrol up. Cancel that, and put a dog patrol there. Cancel that, and put a dog patrol there. There we go. And I think we'll hire another dog, actually, because we've only got... How many have we got? We've got 3 dog handlers. Let's hire 5. There we go. So we can have some people, you know, one there, one outside, couple resting. There we go. Right, so this is our big cell block. Cell blocks, rather. And then I want to do a fairly large walkway going along there, maybe. I'm not too sure. What I do want to do is expand this, so this is going to go out and like that to there, and then we'll have the walls like that, you see. So it's going to be it's pretty much going to be identical, and basically doubling the size that we have here. Yeah, that's how it's going to work. Up to there. There you go. So that's now double the size of our solitary. Someone said put a door in there and there. I actually might do that. Door in there and there to makes it easy. No, have easier access. It means you have easier access to go for prisoners to go in and kick the crap out of it. But you know, that's something we'll have to deal with anyway. Well, let's max speed it here. So over here, let's get a shower. So I want to have it. Let me just plan the walls. Sorry, the pathways off. So the pathway will be along there like that. I've got a bit of a gap there for some reason, so we don't really need that. Let's do that up to there, right? Like that. And we'll do the same thing here, up to there. And then we want a shower in this area, along here. Straight along like that. I am going to leave... Oh, maybe that's a little bit too big for a shower. Oh, we could have a big, long shower, couldn't we? Yeah. That's exactly what we're going to have. Just that, really. And then just showers all the way along. Do we want to split them off? Like, do we want to do that and have individual showers? If it fits, I'm going to do it, because then they're not going to fight as much, which is Always a good thing, especially for high-risk prisoners, because when they start a fight, they generally end it by putting a drill to someone's temple. So that's never good. Look, it doesn't fit again. Everything's a weird sort of size here. Let's roughly put it to the center. Like that. That's not the center at all. Up to maybe there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we've got a bit of an area there where we'll have a bench. Yeah, why not? This is my need for symmetry kicking in here, which I don't know if it's actually compromising the design or not. I have a feeling it is, but we'll leave it. There we go. So, we'll have that. We could do that as well, and then we'll have, like, say, have a couple of benches going along either side. That looks good, so, you know, let's just accept that. Right. Why has all the cameras gone off? Now they're back on. There we go. That's fine now. Right, so I think that will be our design. We haven't got a yard close to this area, so let's do that. First thing we'll do is put a pathway that goes right along there. And then what we'll have is a wall that goes around here. This will just be a wall, though. Maybe 15, something like that. And that'll be one big yard, which we'll have access to there and there. Yep, seems about right to me. We could even put an access in here if we wanted to as well. And maybe there as well. And then obviously we'll have another pathway running along there. Now, originally said I wasn't going to have more workshop, but I'm starting to think that might be a problem because we've got enough common room for everybody, I think. I think even with these high-risk prisoners here, we should have enough in the common room, although it's not that big, is it? I really like the idea of a really big yard. Don't know why, but it seems to fit in with a high-risk thing, just not really, really big yard. But I'd like to put a workshop in. But I think we need more common room. So, what I'm going to do is probably have that. That's the wrong thing. Along there, along there, along there. And that. No, that's too big. That is a common room. I don't even need it that big, to be fair. That is a common room. What size is that? 7. 7. There we go. That's common room. Up to there. Delete that. And then that is workshop. Does that fit in? Sort of. Sort of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, that's why that isn't in the centre. Oh well, not really that bothered. It's going to annoy someone though, surely. Actually, it's niggling at me a little bit, but no, that is okay. We can deal with that. I also realised we can put a solitary there as well. If we want a little solitary area there, no, we don't want to do that. Right, I think that will be okay for a workshop. I wasn't really going to bother with workshop, but I think I am going to do it there. I think I've just done... Have I just completed the food grant? Let's have a quick look here. Grants. Yes, I have. I think I've just completed it. Oh, yeah, we have. We must have got it completed. Fantastic. Let's just get the carpentry apprenticeship then, because we're going to do that eventually on the other side. So that'll do there. One thing I haven't got, and I've just remembered, is that I haven't really got another cleaning cupboard, and I do want another cleaning cupboard somewhere. So that's going to be a workshop. Maybe we'll have a cleaning cupboard there and a cleaning cupboard there, because the problem we have is that we can't really clean the prison with all the prisoners we have, and we, you know, there are dirty bits around. Actually, no, they're not. Oh yeah, a lot of dirt around there. Yeah, that's fine. Right, I think that will do the job. Do you think that is about right? Do you think that is about right? I don't know. I think so. I think that should do it. So obviously we need to put in the cell blocks there. Sorry, the doors there and there and there. That's a fairly large yard. I know it's a little bit bigger than what you would expect, but we're gonna stick with that. I think we are going to stick with that. Right, let us just go to materials and then to brick wall, and we're going to build a brick wall all the way around. That's obviously the priority for this entire thing, because if we don't do this first, then the prisoners are just going to run out when I demolish part of this one. So let's get on with that. Put that down there. I don't know how much of this I'm going to build. I might actually just do the wall, put the entrances in, expand this, because that's definitely going to happen, and then leave it until the next episode, so then I can obviously read your comments and see what you think about it, and then we can change things around and do the typical, you know, constructive building, sort of collaborative effort, as it always is. But anyway, we can get on with putting these in, this wall and such. First thing I want to do, though, is go to workmen and hire at least 4 more, so we've got 10 more workmen now. The bane of this series so far, of the Alpha 23 series, is being the constant hiring and firing regime of the workmen. Right, anyway, let's go to our regime. We need to change some of this eat time. We're going to change it all to free time at the moment. We're going to pause it and actually change it to free time up until the end here. There we go. As you can see, we actually have 2 split sections here. As you can see, it says maximum security, minimum security, maximum security, and normal security. That's because we do have some. Let me change that. Hang on, free time. Yeah, that's fine. So we want to eat there and there, and we want to go to a shower time there, and then we want to have a little bit more sleep. Yeah, that's because I've got some normal and high security prisoners. So 2 hours free time, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of work, 2 hours of free time, 2 hours of eat, a little bit of free time to get on with whatever you want, and then that's it. Sorted. Just a bit of sleep. Actually, no, I don't like that. That's a bit too much for my liking. Let's have a bit more free time. It doesn't really like changing the selection of that thing. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit less work. More free time for the prisoners. Obviously more on a night. Right, I think that will do us nicely. So let's just see how far the workers get on with this. A couple of comments, from last episode. Someone mentioned that the workshop wasn't big enough to hold all of the metal and such, as in there wasn't enough tables. Don't worry, if there's not enough, they will put it on the floor. Nothing I can do really, because as you can see, it's sort of a weird size. I could have put a table down the center, but then it means that they have to crawl over that table to get to the back one there, so that's not ideal. So I'm just going to leave it as is. These jostling to get out. Actually, I want to do a full shakedown here. I'm going to preemptively get 1, 2, 3, 4 more guards, because I know I'm going to get more prisoners, and I can handle more guards as well. Need to go back to reports and then to our policy. Change the meal quantity and variety back to medium, because obviously we don't want to give them the high stuff, because we just don't need it. I mean, that's something that you may want to do, you may not. It's completely up to you, your way of doing it. You might be able to argue, if you were so inclined, that all it really does is give them, it sort of shut them up a little bit. It means that if you give them a lot of food and nice variety, then they're well fed, and that means they don't riot as much. If you want to look at that sort of, if you want to take that analytical approach, then that's fine. However, you could also take you could look at the other side of it and say, well, regardless of any in-game effects, you don't really want to be feeding prisoners low-quality stuff. I mean, is that the right message to be sending them? I don't know. I'm not a prison warden. I don't know what the policy should be. Should you feed them really bad food because, it might, obviously it's going to have to be nutritious and stuff. It's still going to have to be nourishing and all of that, but they're gonna have to actually fulfill their needs. But do you want to give them really good food because that's even if they've done some crime, is that a good thing? You don't know. I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. I'm not knowledgeable about these things really. I just play the game. But something to think about at least, and the game makes you think, if nothing else, doesn't it? It makes you think about certain things. And I guess if oh god, is that Featherstone? Yep, there's a Tim Featherstone getting searched. Looks like he had an out on him, which is good. What I'm looking for is tunnels on this one. Yeah, I'm looking for tunnels. How are the workmen getting on with that? Yep, they are getting on with all that building. In fact, they have finished all of that building, which is good. So let's just go to objects and then to large jail door. We're going to put a large jail door there. Then we're going to put a large jail door up here. Now, as you've seen, I've got the walls still in there. I'm not going to remove the I'm not going to be removing this wall. It's going to be separated off. So if that kicks off, we'll lock that shit down. That'll just be like, bang, close the doors. Yeah, you're not getting out. That's the plan for that one anyway. Right, so we're still doing this search. The search is still underway, even at this very early stage. What I want to do is go to our utilities and then to door servo and put a door servo there, on door servo there, and then we want to spin it round, put a door servo there, and a door servo there. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll connect that up to obviously the connections over here, and we can sort that out. Why are you? There's Gordon's girlfriend just standing around. She's stuck. Yeah, I think she was stuck in that door. That was weird. I wonder how long she's been there. Oh, look, they still don't look the same way. Look, they always look that way. They're not looking at each other. That's really weird. Right, so it looks like the putting in the servos. There we go. Let us just go to our utilities and then to connect, and we're going to connect up the door servos to what hasn't got much control. That door control system doesn't really have anything connected to it. So that one. There we go. And that one. That one. And finally, oh, yep, that one there. There we go. So there's all the door servos connected up to the high risk area. So we can lock that down if we do so desire. Right, I think I will leave it there. I think it is pretty much, it gives you the opportunity to comment on this design. What do you think? What do you think we should change? I will read the comments and then we will go from there next episode, where we start building the cell block and then getting some prisoners, because I've got 57,120 generic credits. And receiving 15,000 a day. We've got enough to build that pretty much in one. We can, at a minimum, next episode, build one cell block, furnish the lot, get the shower in, get some prisoners in. Make it interesting. Not that it isn't interesting, now you understand. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a bit boring. And I'm sure you would let me know. But, you know, it's me, so what do you expect, really? As always, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. I mispronounced the thanks there. You probably got that, but I'm not going to go back and edit it. You know, this thing's, you know, this thing's about transparency, if nothing else. Today's beverage is